Hello guys, and welcome back to another Dokkan video, and we are so close to the banners dropping. And if you watch this after the banners drop, it will still have some good information for you, so listen carefully, hit that comment, hit that like and sub. So I'm going to be going over in this video both of the Dokkan Fest banners coming out for the 5th anniversary, which ones you should be focusing more on, and obviously disclaimer, before I talk about which banners you should be dropping on, at the end of the day guys, you must realize even if a certain banner is better for you to drop on than the other one, you still drop for the unit that you love the most. Like if I tell you to drop on one banner, like for instance if I told you to drop on Gogeta but Vegeta is your favorite character of all time, and you'd be kind of sad if you only got Gogeta, then by all means summon for what you want. I can't tell you how to spend your stones, I can only advise you. So, anywho, let's get into these banners, because these banners will be dropping in about 12 hours. When they drop, by the way guys, when these banners do drop, their first rotation should be discounted. Now what do I mean by discounted? That means that for the first 3 multi-summons, they will just be 30 stones each, which means if you have 180 stones, you can do rotations on both of the banners, which is crazy. So before I tell you which banners to focus on, you do those 2 rotations. You get your rotations, your discounted rotations, then you focus on what you want. But first let's talk about these banners, and I will start off with, unfortunately, the banner that was a bit not that good is going to be the Gogeta banner. Now why do I say that? For 2 particular reasons. Lr Incel is a good unit, but he is not the best. If he was a non-Dokkan Fest exclusive, honestly I would say he's pretty good, but to be a Dokkan Fest exclusive LR, he just does not have the damage to back it up. I mean, his transformation is nice, but 30% HP to transform, you're literally going to die. Honestly, you're literally going to be dropping so low to get to. That's just his SSR form. I mean, once you do drop to that 30% and you transform into the perfect cell, he does really nice damage. The only problem is he needs a lot of orbs, and to get those orbs he doesn't really have like an orb changer on his main teams. I don't know, maybe artificial life forms with like an extreme int Android 13 maybe. Other than that though, like, you got to compare him to what the Vegeta Banner gets, which I will get into in a second, but because of that comparison, unfortunately does let the banner down. Although this guy is on the banners, and this guy I would say is better than the int Vegeta on the other banner. This guy does more damage average per turn, and honestly Vegeta only gets better than this guy if they both transform, and you won't see those transformations often guys, honestly. So for 80% of the game this guy is better, does average damage, really nice unit, really nice unit. So if your fusion team is lacking, because remember, if you really want to run fusions, you would summon for this banner. But unfortunately, you get some of these outdated units like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has been on so much banners, unfortunately, so much banners, and he's just, I don't know, unless he gets like an EZA or something, he doesn't do enough. He doesn't do enough. He's kind of like a fodder unit. The other banner does have fodder units as well. Indigo Cheetah honestly could be one of the better picks because his EZA is coming out. We know his EZA is coming, and his EZA could be crazy. Remember, he was the 4th hardest hitting unit when he was released, so maybe he will take the title back as being one of the hardest hitters. And also guys, do not sleep on this extreme strength Omega. If you don't have him, you're going to want to get him because he is the support unit for full power. And honestly, the full power team needs a support like this to even function, honestly. I have full power, I don't have this guy, so I don't even run full power. That's how much this guy means to full power. So if he comes out, that'll be great place for him to have. But that is about it. Like, AGL Gogeta and Physical Broly now are the other 2 main units on the banner before I talk about the real source. But before I talk about that, these guys are only okay. Like, these guys are great, but remember, if you weren't able to summon on the banners that these guys were featured, I'm talking about the movie banners, the download celebration banners, because most of you will have dupes in these guys, and these guys compared to, I'll just show you now, the guys on these banners are just so much more like updated compared to these guys. These guys are nice, but having a few dupes in these isn't going to change too much compared to like if you get, you know, a few dupes in Trunks. These are still nice units, but they're just like, look, 26th of December, 26th of December. If I hit up one of these guys, April. So we're looking at like how much difference? Like, it's still close though. Don't get me wrong. If you didn't get these guys, it still would be worse for you to drop on, because this guy is top tier. Just you don't really need dupes in him. By the way, guys, another thing: if you drop on these banners, you don't want to be chasing dupes. I will say that afterwards, the reason why, but you don't want to chase dupes, and there is an important reason. Like, I don't mess about when I say that. I will tell you exactly why. But now it's on to the main source, the Strength Lr Gogeta. Now this guy is only a little bit worse than the Lr Vegeta. Honestly, they're so close to each other, it's hard to gauge which one is better. If you're doing really short events, I honestly could say this guy is better, purely because of that super effective damage when transformed. Like, look at that. Any Gogeta fan, just, you know who you're summoning for. If you're a Gogeta fan, I'm not a Gogeta fan, so, you know, that ain't me. But for you Gogeta fans out there, you're going to look to want to get this guy, because this guy is amazing. Like, he's better than the Vegito for these short events, because this guy gets Ki +5 straight away. You transform, he's got that Ki +5 when he starts to attack, and that is faster setup than the Vegito. The Vegito is a bit better on longer events. Longer events, guys, especially with dupes as well. But if you're only going for one of these units, if you're free to play, this guy may be the one for you. Because if you want me to explain what he does, you know, he raises attack and defense, stacking up. He gets that additional Ki. He always does an additional attack, but this is not an additional soup. This is always an additional slap. So if you have a dupe in him, that is going to be really nice, because you get the slap, and that's a higher increase of your additional. Then, you know, you have a high chance of doing like additional super. Without dupes, this does not help that much, honestly. Like, what you get additional slap for, like, I don't know, like 600, 700k. Doesn't help that much, but he stacks on his passive here. This is not infinite stacking, unfortunately. If it was an infinite stack, that'd be crazy, but he stacks up here, and you can put him anywhere. You put him in the first or second slot, he will do that additional super and a high chance of evading an enemy attack in the third slot. So, you know, if you're running this guy and you're like, you want him to dodge, like, you don't need UI Goku, you just put him on third slot, he starts to dodge. Now, this guy also has an active skill. You've heard of these active skills. They just greatly raise their attack, ultimate damage, but you have to be facing one enemy whose HP is 50% or less. So honestly, you won't see this unless you're honestly just killing them. So it's kind of like a flex way to kill someone. It doesn't really come in handy when you need it. I mean, maybe some situations it will, maybe in some Infinite Dragon Ball history, but that is it. Looking at the banner overall, this banner is nice. If I was going to rate this, Bardock. Bardock is a good unit, I would say, but he's kind of niche. I would say niche, because he's got a really good passive, like he has an active skill as well, which does increase allies' attacks for 2 turns for 22%, but he's just not worth taking. If you're running any top tier or optimal teams, like movie heroes or anything like that, it's just, I can't see him on any team, unfortunately. He's a nice unit to have if you like this, you know, scene from the movie. Just cannot see it being used that optimally, guys. But looking at this banner now, if you're summoning on this banner and you're kind of like mid-tier or maybe a long-term player, there's 1, 2, 3, about 3 units you want from this banner, unfortunately. Just about these 3 main. Obviously, if you haven't got Janemba, though, I haven't talked about him, but because he, you know, he's kind of older than the rest, but Janemba there is there as well. Those are the 3 main ones. If you haven't got a copy of these, though, you can add them to your want list. But mainly it is these 3 units. I mean, you don't want more dupes of these guys, honestly. But anyways, that is that banner. Next, we're going on to the real source of it, the Vegeta banner. What were they thinking when they made these 2 banners together? Because, first of all, I will talk about the second one, but we've got Gohan instead of Intercell here. Now, this guy is just, ignoring his transformation conditions because they are abysmal, he is so clean. Like, he raises defense, that is like an infinite stack on both his 12 or 18 Ki. He's just not looking at that, but he gains Ki as well, up to Ki +5, just to make him a bit more. If you're struggling on LGE or anything, this is your guy. This guy can stack that defense for you, for the Dragon Ball History stage or anything. He is one of the best units for doing that. Comparing him to like Lr Cell on the other banner now, can't really be compared. Honestly, this guy's nice and all. He does come through sometimes, but you know, they did mess him up, unfortunately. They did mess him up. So this is a unit you want to go for. Honestly, I know some people wanting this unit more than the LR Fusions. And can I blame them? Not really. Next we have this guy that isn't as strong as the physical counterpart that the Gogeta Banner did have. But when they transform, if you're doing any really difficult events, this guy does edge out a little bit. The main reason why is because, you know, they both have kind of the same thing. I didn't go over their passives. Just a baseline attack and defense, but they gain additional Ki for hitting rainbow Ki spheres. They don't change orbs themselves. You will need orb changes to help them out. And they both transform on really long events because you got to be under 50% on the 6th turn. But when they transform, this is the same for the Vegeta, the Gogeta if I show it. The Gogeta still does some damage. The Gogeta still goes in hard. Oh, I went backwards, didn't I? God. But unfortunately, like this guy, all he does really is being super effective like the rest of the Gogetas, and attack and defense 50%. 150% is nice, but this guy. First of all, on his super attack, he will raise his allies' attack, whereas this guy just does Mega Colossal. So putting this guy in the first slot will buff the second and the third unit. And look at this, he does, don't know if it says it here, but he has counters. Yeah, counters with tremendous power. You don't understand how strong counters are in this game. Any unit that can counter is just miles ahead in attack per turn compared to others. And he does the same, attack and defense 150%, Ki +3. So it's a kind of thing, do you want counters or do you want super effective damage? And I'm sorry, but counters edges it out a bit. This guy, if he transforms, because remember, when they both transform, you get 100% HP again. But he is crazy. He is crazy. Both of them are crazy, but this one, not as crazy as the other one, because you'll spend most of your time untransformed, by the way. Untransformed. So, this guy better untransformed, Int better transformed. Now though, talking about the other two units like these two, Trunks and Zamasu are just on a different level. The main reason why is because their leader skills, if you're new to this game, I say if you just, you pick this game up maybe around December, maybe, kind of early, you haven't been able to get these guys. These are the units you will want, because this guy is a Realm of God category elite, Ki +3, 170%, defense 130%. But look at this, extreme Ki, extreme class, and HP attack and defense 120%. He is baseline 120% for extreme. This guy is baseline 120% for super with a Future Saga category boost. If you are new to this game, mid to early gameplays, you need these guys to lead your teams, because it's really difficult to compose a really good team, especially when you just started. Like, you can build the Bardock team or the Ginyu Force team, yeah. But honestly, pulling one of these guys, you've got a team. You will have a team built. Mainly this guy more than this guy. It's harder to get some extreme units, unfortunately, but getting any one of these, they both have some really nice transformations. Unfortunately, with the Trunks, you do not want to transform him all the way to the end, because in this one he will stack his defense, which is, I guess, what many people do need him for. And overall, just a really solid unit. The Zamasu is nice. Not as good as the Trunks in terms of usability, because this guy does has a bit of damage reduction, and he loses a bit of damage reduction when he transforms, but he is a powerhouse at attack 280%. But superclass allies minus 10%, so you can't really run him that well as like a, a Realm of God lead. But still crazy units you want to go for. And then at the end we just have a few more of the Easy Aid units, which are nice and all. But so this is a good guy, Easy Aid. But another unit people are kind of not sleeping on because they know how good he is. Physical Vegeta Blues on the banner. If you don't have this guy Rainbow, or if you don't have this guy with 2 dupes, this guy is going to be one of your most wanted also, because he is the best Easy A in the entire game. And I'm not joking, he is better than most LR's Rainbow. Honestly, him Rainbow, he's better than like LR Beerus, LR Trunks, GT Trio, imagine most of the OGs, LR Ball. He beats them all in terms of damage. He's got those counters, those additional. He's like such a stupid unit. I do not know what Dokkan was thinking when creating him, but he is also on the Vegeta Banner. You have the Majin Buu Saga leader as well. He's one of those filler units, I will say though. Not really something you want to go for. And Buu is kind of nice, I guess. He's also a filler unit. Not the best. He doesn't link up with his own team. And yeah, another filler unit. I mean, it's nice to have a transformation boost leader, I guess. It's unfortunate. On the Gogeta Banner, this guy's not a leader. Whereas on this one, you do have a leader. So again, unfortunately, the Vegeta Banner has more updated units, which is kind of, you know, is what it is, unfortunately. But now, also, I will talk about this guy first. This guy does crazy damage. This is the Trunks of Mai, but the Trunks is Super Saiyan. So this guy has near perfect links with the LR Trunks of Mai, and he has some really strong active skill and passives, guys, because he has attacking of 100%, more when there's an ally that has Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan on the team. Like, he just does so much. Attack 100% with a Future Saga category enemy, and a critical hit when you're facing Zamasu or Goku Black. But this active skill is the thing that defines them. Attacked by 628 temporarily, sorry, and performs a critical hit, stuns and halves. Like, that is crazy. It's like the Tech Mafuba Roshi, I think it is, and this guy, you know, he does have the Mafuba as well, but it's just crazy. It is literally just crazy. Now, unfortunately, he is an Undock Fest exclusive, so if you don't get him, that's fine. But now here's the real source. This is the king, in my opinion, of this whole celebration, or second, you know, but that's for part two. The Vegito is insane. He is like, he's insane just as the Gogeta is, honestly. They're so similar. But the thing is, look, this guy will do a super attack all the time. So he will always do a 12 key additional. And when he does that, he has a medium, when he does, he has a medium chance of doing a super attack when he does attack. But the thing that's crazy about this, sorry, I need to see this. Yeah, so he will do like an additional super attack, and he will also do another super attack for being in the first or second slot. So what you're seeing this guy do is just a crazy amount of damage. He will be stacking up, but since he is guaranteed to do a super attack, he's stacking up twice when he's transformed. The only reason why Gogeta could be seen as a bit like, some people could argue the fact that if you're doing like a normal Dokkan event, like, you know, normal Dokkan events don't last that long, they last 4 to 5 turns. So once you get this guy or this guy out in a normal Dokkan event, you will kill that event. You should be able to one-shot it. Even though they're not stacked, I'm pretty sure the rotation you'll be running will be enough to blast whatever you're fighting down. But yeah, guys, so the fact he can double stack, this guy does a super effective damage though, which does come in handy, but this guy just does everything the same as him, but just with that additional super instead of super effective damage. That is the only change. And yeah, guys, that is it. Both of them are the final trump card, or this guy's Batara and this is Fusion. Which means if you pull one of them, you can run the other one as a friend. You don't need both of them if you want to try out both of them. For you free-to-play people, don't think you need to pull both of them as soon as possible. And remember, around Christmas time, these guys will be available for red coins. So, in my honest opinion, this is the way it goes. If you are new to the game and you need to pull units to further your box, further your team, the Vegeta Banner is the one you focus on more, because it's got easier units for you to focus on. Like, you know, because if you pull one of these, you've got a team. Pull this, you got a team. You got a team with him. You know, really nice teams, really good, solid units. This one is still nice. I could recommend you summoning more on this, honestly, for the Gogeta fans. Because I'm gonna be honest, even though I'm Team Vegito, I know there are more Gogeta fans out there. So unfortunately, even though his banner is just a little bit less, his banner is still amazing, but If you're a Gogeta fan, you know you want Gogeta, so you will be summoning mostly on this banner anyways, no matter what I say. So your targets will be mostly these guys, and even this guy is pretty okay for like a starter. Fusions and movie heroes units are kind of difficult to get, but you will be dropping a little bit on both. So if you're planning on going mainly for Gogeta, this is like for the newer people. Right? When you pull one copy of this guy or something or anything, just try to pull one of these guys on this guy's banner, because these guys can really help you out. But now guys, at the end of the day, no matter which one you get, Vegeta or Gogeta, what you need to remember is, you don't want to chase too much dupes. 1 dupe, 2 dupe maybe, but if you're a guy that's been saving up stones since like, I don't know, since it got announced, so you got like 3,000 stones, do never go past 2 dupes. Never go past 2 dupes, guys, because once you get that crit and additional, that is it. The rest of the dupes are so not needed that it's going to be a waste, because these guys will be on the Tanabata banner, and both of these guys will be on the Tanabata banner, the banner that JP has right now, and you don't want to spend all your stones rainbowing one of these guys to just have to babber the dupes of them that you get later on. So get those 2 dupes if you're going super hard, and if you're free to play, just go for one of them. And remember guys, don't go too hard on these banners, because the download celebration is coming really soon. As the French data miner said, the download celebration is starting about late August, late August, maybe early September. So we have not got that long. So if you go in the banners, that's nice. Don't kick yourself if you don't get anything, because we got another celebration. And also remember guys, if you do get shafted, because I'm going to say now, I hope you guys don't get shafted, I wish you good luck, because most of you United States people will be summoning when the banners drop. Me from the UK, I'll be asleep at that point, so all I can say is good luck for you guys. But it doesn't matter if you get shafted, because these guys are on the Tanabata banner, and Dokkan always has better banners coming out. No one's ever said in Dokkan, I wish I could have stones to someone on that banner that came out like 3 months ago. The banners always get better. It is a gacha game. So if you get shafted hard, if you only pull like this guy when you wanted like, I don't know, 1 of these, 2 of these, it's going to be annoying. It's going to be sad, but you know, don't take it too much to heart. These guys will be available with red coins, and you know, we got more better units to come. You know, that's how gacha games work. So thank you for watching. Again, if you do like this discussion video, like, comment, subscribe. And at the end of the day, stun for what you want. No matter if somebody was telling me, like, if I watched a video like this and I was a Team Gogeta fan or Team Vegeta fan, I'm sorry about being optimal. I gotta summon for what I like. If you're summoning just to further ahead your box though, do consider these guys, especially if you're really new to the game, because if you're so new that you don't have like these guys and you don't have a proper team, you just got to be careful about your stones. Do try to spread them out maybe. But anyways, that is me done for this quick video guys. Good luck. Catch you on the next video as well. I will be streaming my summons tomorrow, over 1,000 stones or more. And you know, I may see you there. And this has been Kizan, and I'm about out guys in a bit.